Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game,
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
two touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Complete.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants.
Jabril Peppers on the return. The Giants.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where he's headed.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Jones. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
On the punt for the Giants.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
Mahomes now on first down. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Made by Dexter Lawrence. A gain of a yard.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's me. Trust the most with the ball.
First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if they lose confidence in the team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
Mahomes to throw once more. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Mahomes pass.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. And again, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take while you're traversing downfield.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 8 catches, 92 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
First down carry for Barkley. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. Jones. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another try for Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
23-yard attempt.
The 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Chiefs, nothing.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
For the Chiefs.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32.
The New York the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
First down, Giants.
Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs, nothing.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Gain of 4 yards. First down, New York.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 38-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Chiefs, nothing.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route. And
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
2 before he fumbled it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. toss right to Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in...
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Mahomes took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They downed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
It's offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So that'll back him up 5. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right. Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Late to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd down.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
36-yard line.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Cole Hardman, incomplete. It's 2nd down. And
working from the gun, Mahomes. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
49-yard.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance. I have no idea.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now this throw caught left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Chiefs 3.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
So, take over on offense. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the bootleg, Jones escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now the 2nd down throw on target.
Jones.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jones now on third down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Jones on 1st and 10. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
New York.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now Jones on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals off a win in their opener, looking to make it 2 straight as they lead at home. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 7, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 40.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Makes the score Giants 20, Chiefs 6.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding long, and now they're just...
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Giants.
The draw. This is Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Yeah, the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away. Good for them here in the third quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was brought down by
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
For the field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Graham Gano.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they... The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. You know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson.
Complete.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt. Mahomes now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yards.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taking.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown.
Graham Gano on
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. And they'll begin by running the option. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Complete to Clyde Edwards.
Partner, when you see a screen pass
7-yard line.
and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
Edwards-Helaire.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Back on offense, New York take over. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 45.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Double dog. That's the way.
Again, it's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Giants on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The kick is no good. That keeps the score Giants 37, Chiefs 6.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Mahomes going to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
33 yards.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
25.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
David Mayo brought him down. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Now
and
Mahomes.
6.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is going to be caught by Sharp for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And his kick is right through. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week. A much more productive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go to Barkley again. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
On the carry. Derek Nottie on the tackle.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Come on, man.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Jones. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
Jones pass.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch,
But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
At their own 30.
KC's offense ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage test. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
36 yards.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this point on the clock.
Jones and the Giants now with a... First and 10 at their 36-yard line. A first carry on the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman.
Wayne Gallman.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
There on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
on the ground. It's Gallman again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th down.
They bring the blitz, and it's not always the initial blitzers that make the play. In this case, the blitzers actually took up the blocking. How about the guy in the middle, though? Reading his keys, right on the spot, stops him at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Mahomes. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp.
First and 10.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. You got the big... Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Mahomes pass intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And New York set to take the field. And checking the timeouts. This is Gallman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So for the Giants, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to